What's up, everybody? This is Summoner's War and Coffee. We are going in. Got my coffee here today. It's a cold brew. And we're doing the Starbucks Cafe Macchiato. It's the caramel one. I like it a lot. So far, I'm into cold brew. My sister's into cold brew, and so she likes to make her own, but I'm not as fancy as she is, so we just buy it. Alright, we got nothing in the guild shop. Got nothing in the regular shop. What's my challenges? 30 extra. We'll wait on that. Community. Friend request. This guy. So, here's the thing on being a mentor. And mentoring, I just leave it on. I don't really actively participate in mentorship unless my guys text me and ask me questions. They never do. Once in a while I go ahead and I message them. Hey, if you need help, let me know. They never message back, or they're always like, okay, we'll do. But people are pretty much in their own way. So I never really go looking for these things. But what I do is if you're level 19 and haven't played in like 2 weeks, this is a game where you log in pretty much daily just to do small stuff. We're gonna go ahead and delete him. And then this guy too, we can delete up to 1 mentee a day. If I remember and even get back to it, I'll delete him more. From a fresh perspective, I'm not gonna go through and build another account and do that. It's just not on my top list of priorities to do. That's for all your guys that are in this for, you know, I don't have anything else to do. We're gonna eventually get into other games and keep moving, but this one here, we just want to wipe it off the list and knock it out. Now, when you're doing your setups and everything for your guild, right? I've been doing the guild for a while, and so one of the things I wanted to get into is kind of how to have fun with the guild. Some ideas that I've had there. This month here, you know, this is the first time I ever put money actually out there for the guild itself. I've kind of just been running some random stuff here and there. But these little events, so as you can see, whoever gets the most 6-star water monsters this month, you know, that's a big thing because they're gonna get a gift card and they can spend it on their Summoner's War, right? So yeah, but the other thing is too is when you 6-star a water monster, your world boss is actually you're gonna get better grades in your world boss. And so that's the biggest thing for me is running the world boss and getting the higher grades in the world boss. So our goal there obviously is to hit a triple S. And the water monsters are big for the triple S rank on the world boss. So it's, you know, water and fire, right? So it's got most neutral plus advantage statistics for the world boss. So if you 6-star more water monsters and put even the, like, you know, 5-star runes that are just plus 12 in them, it'll raise your rank in the world boss. So that's the common meta that's been going around for ages. Watch them update this and make it so that it's not water anymore. That'd be messed up, but I think they're gonna add another boss in there. They gotta do something because people are just running out of things to do in this game. Thing is, okay, so getting back into being a guild leader. So being a guild leader, you have to spend your guild points, your guild crowns or your guild coins, whatever. It's like a serious thing, man. If you're just gonna play the game, just to play the game, then, you know, that right there, the horn that goes up. All these horns, all these green horns, what people don't understand is they don't, like, your average player doesn't have to buy these. Well, your average player should buy that, right? Your average player, your guys that are, like, in your guild, the guys that aren't the guild leaders, oh yeah, they don't spend the 300 points for 3 horns. I don't even know if they can. I've been a guild leader the entire time since these have come out. But that's why your guild leader, or your you know, maybe your assistant guild leader, maybe they don't have all their flags done. Maybe they've been focusing on recruiting for the guild the entire time. You know, so that's a huge thing. Like, guild leaders don't get enough respect a lot of times. Even in your free-to-play guilds like mine, you see how many people are chatting in my guild? Like, I'm the only one chatting in my guild at this time. At this time. So you get a couple guys in here, you know, that chat once in a while. Have we had some really good guild times though? Like, man, I've had some squads in here. That is the pride and joy of being a random daily player in this game, is you do meet a lot of people over and over again from the entire world. You know, being just your regular Joe player like me, I've met guys that are from, I think Zamarian on my guild is from Hungary, or I think it's Belgium actually. We got a guy in the United Arab Emirates. You know, we got guys that are in the Philippines. There's like players from all over the world, and that's the cool part about being guild leader, is you get players from all over the world in your guild. And so that's kind of a pretty sweet thing for me, is I get to meet different people from all over the world. And we've been a really dynamic guild for the longest time. Dynamic meaning like it's just been changed. There's been a whole bunch of changes in people. You know, the guild has only been meant for like mid-game players. I've never taken the Summoner's War too serious, and so therefore, as leader of the guild, how can you manage a bar if you're not, you know, setting it for yourself, right? So you can't expect your team to do things you're not. That's a pretty big thing for guild leaders. Is oh, I'm gonna run a guild. I'm gonna do this because I don't like my guild leader, you know, or my guild leader's been inactive for a day or two. I'm just gonna tell you, like, I like this game a lot enough to do these videos and have fun with this and just kind of say I've been playing for 1,600 some odd days. I've missed about 30, you know, just logging in, hitting a couple times just to make sure my team knows that I'm logging in. I've been on vacations, I've done it all. Just to log in is pay attention to this game. You know, some things you just do because you're the guild leader. And I don't think that, you know, this goes out for the guild leaders out there. I don't think a lot of people understand that being the guild leader, you just think like that. You think like, oh, my guys, you know, have to get better at water monsters. Or you think my guys might need tips and tricks on how to beat the arena a little bit more. You know, you reach out there and you're saying to your guys, like, who's got the best TOA team? Who's got the best arena defense team? Like, these are the conversations that you should be having with your guild. Like, who's got the best team, you know? Who's got team ideas? I mean, I'm not very good at putting together teams. I've had some assistant guild leaders that have been so awesome at, like, looking at teams and putting together better teams. And then, you know, just the compositions and how to win with those teams, right? So that's the other thing you gotta look at, is like, my strength is I'm just kind of a knucklehead and who I'll sit here for hours and just go recruit, you know, and I'll try to help develop people, but you know, putting together teams, that was like a couple of my assistant guild leaders' forte. They love just building the teams. And so, you know, as a guild leader, you can't chime in on some of those conversations because they're just really, that's their thing. Some people just love to build the teams, you know? So play on your guild's strengths, play on your guys' strengths is one of the biggest things I've learned about being a guild leader. They tried to get me into it, which might have made the game more interesting for all of us if I had, I don't want to say joined the reindeer game, so to speak, but, you know, if I was more into building teams at that time, I kind of just loved farming and just hitting the button, wasn't a 6-star room, hitting the button, whatever, just walking away, and I kind of just wanted to do my own thing while they were building these fun teams. So I always just stuck with the basics for my team, and that's fine too. You know, guild leader, you can just do, it's your guild. You can do whatever you want to do with your guild. That's why we became guild leaders. But I became a guild leader because back in the day, one of my in real life friends, he got me into the game. He was the guild leader or assistant guild leader for their guild, but I was just super into the game, and they went like a week or two without doing guild wars, or maybe it was like a week. I don't even remember. This was like 4 years ago. But anyway, this was before the auto battling system happened. So you used to have to go in, manually log in, and start the guild battle each and every time. And if you missed it on Sunday, it would totally waste a whole week. And I think some of that happens now. I don't really remember all all the ins and outs of how it screws you over for a week, but I've done it, pretty recently. But that's like a new thing. So I actually left my old guild based on them not doing a guild war for a week. Once again, not realizing that your guild leader has to set all of it up. So, we got to go in and register everybody. We got to make sure everybody's hitting, and so we'll just, there it is there at the bottom right corner, right? Reserve and auto register. So request. Now it's just set up to go for the week, right? 12 p.m. So it happens in about an hour and 25 minutes. The other thing your guild leader does is looks at these bases all the time. Like, it's like midnight, and I'm looking at these bases. I've done times in these siege battles where, like, I did this for fun once, actually. We could do this right now.
This did not work at all.
Let's go through this. Modify formation. Let's just do HQ support. Let's actually empty all these bases out. We're gonna have some fun with this, and we're gonna do speed bases, and we're gonna build some different bases here. So this is what your guild leader will do. He will sit there, she will sit there, and we will look at bases and strategize some base formations while you're not around, while you're not even playing. This is what guild leaders do. Thank you for coming to the guild. I really appreciate all you guys. We're supposed to be doing 2 monster defenses and just kind of farming this right now. Being the guild that we have been, we were kind of a mid-game guild, right? MLG, mid-level gaming. So, I wanted to farm. I wanted to switch over. We could lower the... If you do this is how you build a farming guild. You put in 2 monsters that are trolly enough to win. Sometimes. Like you just have monsters, like, use the best runes for your siege war. Make sure your farming monsters are legit, and so that way you don't ever touch your farming monsters. But then for siege war, you can do a couple different things. And so one of the things that I did a long time ago was I made a base, and everybody had their own base.
This did not work at all.
And this was a very easy way to see who had supreme defenses. Like, very easy. You want to see really fast who's got the monsters and whose runes. You want to do some fun stuff with your guys? Here you go. I think everybody switched back. Okay, here we go. Svistra, my man. Alright, Svistra. Alright, he's in there. Damn, 3 wins, 2 losses. This guy has it going. Okay, 0 wins, 0 wins. And, okay. 0 wins, 8 losses. I wish he would adjust this. We'll give him a full base.